How you doing? I'm way over here. I'll be there in just a second. I want to show you all about spring bulbs.
Wait, no, this way. Oh, I think that's an oak tree. Is that a woodpecker?
We're going to make more snowdrops. Snowdrops are one of the first things to bloom, and you should be growing them. They're planted in the fall, but I've got a great little trick for you. Once they're done blooming, we call this being in the green. They're about the only spring bulb that enjoys being separated while it's in the green. And you can see how it's made a nice colony on its own, but I do split them up here and there. And I'm just going to take some of them out, gently tease them apart, and move them right next to each other, and they'll just keep fanning out over the next couple seasons. And nothing to this. This is super easy. Let's find a good spot right about there. Oh yeah, look at those. So you can see them right down in there. And we'll just dig a hole for them. I'll keep doing this, and we'll continue to talk about spring bulbs. Because even though we're not going to be planting until the fall, I'm planning right now for what I'm going to plant and where I'm going to plant it. Oh, that's perfect. There they are. Tough as nails, this plant. And so beautiful. And a great source for pollen and nectar in the spring for the bees and other native pollinators. All right, meet me down by the daffodils. There's a good spot. This is why we spend long hours in the fall planting bulbs, because look at this show. Remember that silent movie that I did where I planted 600? Well, this is 200 of them right here, and that's what 200 bulbs look like. They're easy to do when I'm using my bulb auger, but what I'm doing this time of the year is I'm looking where these are all looking great, but right next door, I'm going to mark that area as a place that I'm going to plant this fall. That's the planting part. All right, follow me. I got lots of other cool things to show you. Well, you can see where I'm going to need to plant this fall. Bridge the gap. This is a crocus called yellow mammoth, and I plant some every year. It's the only bulb that my mother ever grew, and it was right at the front of our house, the one I grew up in. So it reminds me of those great days growing up in the country. And I kept them safe from varmints by soaking them in Bob-X. Now I'm going to keep the deer off them or any other critters with more Bob-X so I can see these blooms. When things warm up here in the afternoon, those are going to all open again, and there is just nothing like the bright, cheery crocus. It is absolutely beautiful. A couple more things to see and we're done. I always say that planting bulbs in the fall is not instant gratification, but right now, this is the gratification. This is the vegetable garden, and all the edges of these beds are being filled up with bulbs because I have no place left out there. It's the only place I can plant tulips because the deer can't get in here. Think about planting bulbs. Think about it now, so that you'll know in the fall when things are ready to go in. Now, there's lots of other great information at DougOster.com, Gardening with Doug. I'd like you to go there, and I am looking so forward to this great spring season. Keep planting.